In this lecture, I would like to discuss about metallurgy. The name of the topic is metallurgy. A native metal is found naturally, either in a pure form or in the compound form or in the alloy form. Noble metals like gold, silver, platinum, they are less electropositive in character. They are less reactive, less chemically reactive. They are not attacked by oxygen, moisture, and carbon dioxide. Therefore, these metals are occurs in the free state or in the native state. But other metals which are highly electropositive character, which have highly electropositive character, such as sodium, potassium, they are very reactive. So such metals are occurs in the combined state of compounds. So such metals are occurs as oxides, carbonates, sulfides, halides. Such metals are occurs in the combined state. It means that metals are occurs in the free state as well as combined state. The combined state of a metal compounds which occur naturally in the earth crust are called minerals. But what is minerals? The combined state of metal compounds which occurs naturally in the earth crust are called minerals. Now, every mineral is not suitable for the extraction of the metal. The minerals from which the metals can be extracted economically and conventionally are called ores. The minerals from which metals can be economically and conventionally extracted, that is called as a ore. Okay, so from ores the metals can be extracted, because in minerals a lot of undesired material is present, impurities are present. It is associated with gangue or matrix. Gangue, it is unwanted impurity, unwanted material that is present. So it is necessary to remove that unwanted part which is present in the ore. It is necessary to remove such earthy and undesired material or impurities associated with the ore. Okay. So it means that the ore needs to be processed to remove the impurities. The scientific and technological process of isolation of metals from their ores by economical means is called metallurgy. So what is a metallurgy? Metallurgy is a process where the metals can be isolated by scientific and technological ways. Okay, they are isolated from their ores, and that is called as a metallurgy. It means that metallurgy, it is the extraction of metal from its ore. Metallurgy is the extraction of metal from its ore. Now, to obtain the metals in the pure state from their ores, various physical and chemical operations are carried out. To obtain the metals in the pure state from their ores, ore containing not only metal, it contain another impurities, it contain silica, it contain unwanted part, it contain gangue. So from that ore we have to extract the metal, and it is possible by various physical and chemical operations that is to be carried out onto that ore. Okay, and these operations are based upon the fundamental laws of thermodynamics, chemical kinetic, chemical equilibrium, etc. Now we know what is a metallurgy. Now let us going to discuss types of metallurgies. Metallurgy is a process where metals can be extracted from their ore. So type of metallurgies. Depending on the operations involved for the extraction of metal economically from its ore, there are three types of the metallurgies. First one, it is pyrometallurgy or pyrometallurgy. So in pyrometallurgy, what is pyrometallurgy? It is a chemical reaction. It deals with the chemical reaction at high temperature. Temperature, it is from 373 Kelvin to 3273 Kelvin, very high temperature. Particularly for heavy metals like copper, iron, zinc and lead are extracted by pyrometallurgy method. So in pyrometallurgy, we have to perform the chemical reaction on the ore at high temperature. That ore is subjected to some chemical reactions at high temperature. So pyrometallurgy involves the process like calcination, roasting and smelting. In pyrometallurgy, there are three steps are involved. Three major steps are involved. You can see here. Calcination, then roasting, calcination, then roasting and smelting. So what is calcination? First, it is calcination. So during calcination, the material is heated. The material, that is ore, is heated. Drive of volatile organics. Whatever the organic impurities are present there, that organic impurities can be removed. It removes carbon dioxide. It removes moisture, chemically bound water. Okay. So during the calcination, organic material, carbon dioxide, moisture can be removed. See this reaction. This is the aluminum hydroxide. The ore of the aluminum contains, suppose, aluminum hydroxide. When it is heated, it is converted to aluminum oxide and water it is removed. The mineral of the iron, in this case also it is converted to its oxide form and water it is removed. So during the calcination, some part has been removed from that mineral. Later on, it is subjected to the second step, that is roasting. After calcination, roasting is also the one of the way of extraction of metal from its ore. So roasting involves the conversion of sulfide ores. Roasting involves the conversion of sulfide ores. Sulfide ores can be converted to their oxide ores. Okay, you can see here, sulfide ores can be converted to the oxide ores by reaction with air or oxygen. In calcination process, we are just heating the ore and removing the impurities. In this case, in presence of air or oxygen, we have to pass the oxygen here or air. And particularly roasting is carried out only for sulfide ores. The ores which contain the sulfur, it is called as a sulfide ores. And that sulfide ores are converted to the oxide ore. You can see here. This is sulfide ore of zinc. By passing the air, it is converted to oxide ore. and sulfur dioxide gas is given out. Then ore of the iron sulfide, in presence of oxygen, it is converted to iron oxide, and sulfur dioxide gas, it is removed here also. It is an exothermic process where delta H is negative. Okay, delta H is negative. Okay. Now, next it is smelting process. In pyrometallurgy, 3 steps are involved. So, in smelting process, the metal oxide which is obtained in the calcination or in the roasting process, that metal oxide, it is reduced to metal. That metal oxide is reduced to metal, and the metal is separated from its impurities by melting. Okay. So, in a smelting process, metal oxide is reduced to metal, and the metal is separated from its impurities by melting process. Okay. In this case, fluxes are also added. For example, limestone or dolomite, this calcium, magnesium carbonate, these fluxes can be added into the blast furnace. Smelting is carried out in particular type of the furnace, and it is called as a blast furnace. So why the flux is added during the smelting process? Why the flux is added during the smelting process? For example, in the extraction of iron from hematite, hematite it is a ore of the iron. Okay. The reduction of iron oxide takes place. In this case, the reduction of iron oxide takes place in the blast furnace. The ore is reduced by iron by heating it with carbon. The ore is reduced to iron by heating with carbon in the form of the coke. So coke acts as a reducing agent here. You can see the reaction here. Formation of the coke, carbon monoxide, it is called as a coke here. It acts as a reducing agent. So in the smelting process, what happens here? This oxide of the iron undergoes reduction in presence of the reducing agent, and there is a formation of the iron metal. Iron metal can be extracted in this way. So in the smelting process, metallic oxides are converted to metal. Metallic oxides are converted to metal using reducing agent, that is coke. So this is the reaction which takes place here. Now at the same time, as the temperature of the furnace is so high, it is enough to melt the iron. Okay. Now in this case, the silicate impurities of the ore is also removed. Silicate impurities of the ore is also removed here, because we are adding the limestone there, calcium carbonate. So in presence of the heat, calcium carbonate is converted to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. And later on, this calcium oxide combined with this impurity silica and calcium silicate, it is removed as a slag. So in this way, in the smelting process, the impurity is also removed as a slag. We obtain the metal as well as the slag. So this is the pyrometallurgy, which involves 3 steps: calcination, then roasting and smelting. In calcination process, the volatile impurities, carbon dioxide, moisture being removed, that ore is heated very high temperature. In roasting process, particularly applicable for the sulfide ores. So sulfide ores are converted to the oxide ore. And in smelting process, the metallic oxide is converted to the metal. So these three steps are involved in the pyrometallurgy. Now second type of the metallurgy, it is electrometallurgy. What is electrometallurgy? Let us going to be discuss this. Electrometallurgy. So in electrometallurgy, this process involves electrolysis of metal compounds in their aqueous or anhydrous molten state. When metal compounds cannot be reduced to metal by using chemical reduction because of high chemical reactivity of the metal or high melting point of the metal, then that metals can be extracted by electrolysis process, by electrometallurgy process. When the metals cannot be reduced by chemical reduction process due to its chemical reactivity, due to its high melting point, then that type of the metals can be extracted by electrolysis process. So electrolysis process is carried out only for limited number of the metals. Which metal? The active metal like magnesium, calcium, sodium. These metals are very active, they are highly electropositive. So such metals are obtained by the electrolysis. It means by electrometallurgy. Okay. So let us see the example here. Sodium metal is extracted by electrolysis of sodium chloride. Sodium metal is extracted by electrolysis of sodium chloride. The melting point of the sodium chloride is around 1073 Kelvin. It is around 1073 Kelvin. And that of sodium metal is 1113 Kelvin. Okay. So sodium chloride is mixed with calcium chloride here. And the temperature get down due to the mixing of the calcium chloride with sodium chloride. Now, when the electricity is passed through the molten mixture of the sodium chloride and calcium chloride, first of all, we have to take the mixture of sodium chloride and calcium chloride. The function of the calcium chloride is that it only down the temperature. Because at high temperature, this 1133 Kelvin, it is generally difficult. There will be formation of the metallic fog at this high temperature in the container. Therefore, we cannot extract the sodium from its mineral, sodium from sodium chloride. So therefore, we have to keep the lower temperature, and that is possible by adding the calcium chloride, by mixing the calcium chloride. So in the electrolytic bath, we have to take the sodium chloride and calcium chloride in the molten state. Sodium chloride is ionizes, as you can see here, the ionization of the sodium chloride. Okay. Now when we pass the electricity, the reactions are taking place at the cathode. Sodium ions get migrated to the cathode and chloride ions get migrated to the anode. We can show the electrolysis of such sodium chloride and calcium chloride by showing this diagram. You can see here electrolysis of the sodium chloride, electrometallurgy process. In electrometallurgy process, we should have to carry out the electrolysis process, electrometallurgy. So we have to take the molten sodium chloride and calcium chloride in an electrolytic bath. This is supposed to be electrolytic bath. Electrolytic bath. So we have to take molten calcium chloride and sodium chloride. Molten calcium chloride and sodium chloride here. Okay. Then insert the two electrodes. One is cathode, other is anode. Suppose this is anode and this is cathode. This is cathode. Connect it to the negative terminal. We have to pass the electricity here through this electrode. Now sodium chloride, it is now sodium ion and chloride ion is there. So sodium ions are get migrated to the cathode and chloride ions are get migrated to the anode when we are passing the electricity. So at cathode, what reaction is takes place here? At cathode, the sodium ions get combined with the electron and there is a formation of the sodium metal. Formation of the sodium metal here. And now at anode, the chloride ions get migrated. At anode, the chloride ions get migrated here. So you can see migration of the chloride ions and there is a formation of the chlorine gas. It means oxidation is takes place at the anode and reduction is takes place at the cathode. So in this way, sodium metal get formed here. Sodium metal get deposited here on the cathode. So in this way, sodium metal can be obtained by the electrolysis of the sodium chloride. That is electrometallurgy. Then third type of the metallurgy, it is hydrometallurgy. So what is hydrometallurgy? It involves bringing the metal in solution by the action of suitable chemical reagents. It involves bringing the metal in solution. That metal should be converted into the solution. That metal should be converted into the solution here. Actually, this is the most selective method for separating metals from their ores. Not applicable for all metals. For only few metals, we can apply hydrometallurgy. It is based on the formation of metal complexes. In this case, metal complexes form, hydrometallurgy. So first of all, it involves bringing the metal in solution by the action of suitable chemical reagents like sodium cyanide. Sodium cyanide solution is treated with the metal or chlorine in the presence of water and separating it from the insoluble gangue. We can separate the metal from insoluble gangue. The process is carried out in two steps. First, it is leaching, and second, it is displacement reaction. Second, it is displacement reaction. Now, what happens in the leaching process? The noble metals like gold, silver are extracted by this method. By this hydrometallurgy, we can extract the metal like gold and silver. So it is the selective method for applicable to gold and silver. Okay. So now the gold is found in the form of teeny flakes of the metal. So in the leaching process, what happens there? The concentrated ore is leached with dilute solution of sodium cyanide. Concentrated ore. It is leached with a dilute solution of sodium cyanide and kept agitated, means stirred. Stirring is continuous here. Kept agitated by current air, passing the air there. So gold forms stable gold complex, gold cyanide complex. You can see here. We have to treat the gold with sodium cyanide and passing the air in the leaching process. So there is a formation of this gold complex. Sodium AuCN twice. Now the metal comes into the solution here. The gold comes into the solution here in the complex form. Gold comes into the solution in the complex form. So concentrated ore is leached with a solution of sodium cyanide. Okay, and there is a formation of the gold complex. Sodium dicyanourate. First complex is formed here. After that, formation of the complex. Next step, it is the displacement reaction. What is the displacement reaction? The gold complex which is formed in the leaching process, it is filtered and treated with the zinc dust. That gold complex, it is filtered and it is treated with the zinc dust. Due to the filtration, impurities can be removed. The solution will contain now the gold complex and it is treated with the zinc dust here. Actually, zinc is more electropositive than gold and displacement reaction will be takes place. This gold has been replaced by the zinc metal here. The position of the gold, it is taken by the zinc and gold is separated. And this zinc complex is formed. The gold precipitate obtained is impure. Later on it is purified. But in this way, gold, it is extracted by hydrometallurgy process. So in hydrometallurgy, two main steps are involved, leaching and displacement reaction. So in hydrometallurgy, metal can be obtained in the solution form. Okay. So there are two steps are involved. First one, it is a leaching process, and second one, it is a displacement reaction. So in this way, there are three types of the metallurgy. Pyrometallurgy can be used for the metals which is having very high melting point. Electrometallurgy can be used for the metal which are very reactive metal like sodium, calcium, magnesium. And hydrometallurgy, it is used for the metal like gold, silver, etc., where the complex formation is takes place here. So in this way, in this lecture, we have been discussed about the three types of the metallurgies, that is pyrometallurgy, electrometallurgy and hydrometallurgy.